Hey guys, John V from PhoneArena here. I'm doing an unboxing of the Samsung Galaxy Note 5. Now, for yesterday, the whole entire day yesterday, I got to check out the handset, experience it, but it's finally here. Now, if you're wondering when it's going to be coming out, by now you should know it's August 21st. It'll launch through all the major carriers here in the US, but the pricing is a little bit confusing, I'd say. I'll talk about that later on in this video, but let's just jump right in, talk about the packaging. So it's like the Samsung Galaxy S6 and S6 Edge, mostly white packaging. Now the model I have here is, I believe, the unlocked international version. I don't see any carrier associations whatsoever on the packaging itself, but who knows. But you flip around to the back, it just gives you some of the quick specs for the phone. If you don't know it by now, it says here it's 4G LTE, you have 64-bit base Samsung Exynos octa-core processor. Of course, that generous 4 GB of RAM. It tells you how thin it is, a 5.7-inch Quad HD Super AMOLED display, 16-megapixel camera with optical image stabilization. You have a front 5-megapixel front-facing camera, and you have also wireless charging, but the charging pad is required. NOx protected, and this particular model is the 32 GB one. They do sell a 64 GB version, no 128 yet, but who knows? Maybe that might change in a few months. But let's start checking it out. So let's open this up. Open up from the top, and it says right here we have the black sapphire one, so the darker version. So open it up. Here is the phone. Plastic. Take a look at that. So I just saw this yesterday and over a week ago, so I'm quite familiar with the design. Now, I thought about it more today. This design reminds me of, this is exactly like the S6 Edge Plus. When you look at it from the back, they just flip the design over because you have the dual curve display on the side right here, and the back is flat. So they use the same frame, I imagine, but they made a cutout for the S Pen stylus. So let us open up this guy here. Okay, check that out. Super shiny, super reflective too. Good and bad. It has that nice premium look, but you can only imagine what, the kind of fingerprints it's going to accumulate quickly. But if you have a cloth with you, that shouldn't be a problem. Solid construction. I'm not going to go too much in detail about the design. We know about this phone. So let's just power it up. Check out the boot sequence. And let's see what else. Okay, so I'll just talk about the specs if you guys don't know about it. 5.7-inch Quad HD Super AMOLED display. You have the same processor in the S6 and S6 Edge, which is the octa-core Samsung Exynos 7 chip, 4 GB of RAM, as I already said earlier. S Pen stylus. You have a fingerprint sensor, the updated one, and there you go. That's the boot sequence, and there's the phone. So put that aside for now. And let's see what else is included in this nifty packaging here. So we got quick start guide. First thing I see, open it up. Come on, here we go. Open it up. Okay, it wants to do it this way. Okay, it's just a quick start guide. So you have that, probably the warranty information as well behind that. I can go too much in there. Plastic piece comes out. You have your SIM card adapter here. So you use it to access it. And on top of that, you have some accessories. So it comes with the, now you can tell this is an international version. I don't have the plug here for the US, but that's not a problem. It's the adaptive fast charging, and they really talked about how fast this thing charges. So I'm kind of curious to see how it's going to fare, because I tested out the S6, the S6 Edge, and those two phones charge exceptionally fast. And in a battery benchmark test that we did, they also produce pretty good longevity. You have also the micro USB cable here and a pair of headphones. I don't think this Samsung branded, nothing really special about it, but that is what you get with the phone. And you have this piece here. It looks like for the S Pen. Some additional tips if you happen to break it or somehow remove it. So that is the included accessories with the Note 5. Let me talk about pricing here first. So yesterday they announced pricing. Well, Samsung didn't. It was the carriers, I believe. Okay, if I could just get that in there. Okay, there you go. The carriers announced pricing, and I saw Sprint and AT&T's pricing with a 2-year contract. They're similar, which is great. This year, it's only $250 for a 2-year contract. Now that's pretty good. That's a good discount compared to the usual $300 we're used to seeing from, with previous models. But when we look at the off-contract pricing for this phone, it is different. You're gonna get more savings if you happen to go with Sprint, from what I saw, both in 32 and 64 gigabyte editions. So that's something you wanna think about. But this is the phone. You guys probably read about all this already. Beautiful design, very different from last year's model. Metal meets glass, solid premium package. Now, surprisingly, for a phone with a 5.7-inch display, it's not as wide. Compare that to an iPhone 6 Plus or even last year's Note 4. You'll see how much fat they're able to trim on this phone. And of course, updated hardware, updated software experiences. So I'm going to be testing out this phone next few days, checking it out, run our battery benchmark tests, all our usual stuff, see how it fares against the competition. And if you guys want to learn more about it, you could check out our website, PhoneArena.com. Sean V, thanks for watching.